Good morning, everyone. I pray this Monday devotional finds you well. Yesterday's passage from the Gospels came from Matthew. It says, Jesus said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore ask the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest." I don't know about you, but laboring is hard work. It requires strength and stamina, muscles that have to be trained to withstand the workload of the harvesting. However, this type of holy harvest doesn't require physical muscles, but soul muscles. Now, our world often focuses on the physical strength of others, but soul strength is what we must ask of God in the work of laboring for love. The strength of our soul muscles are evident in times of chaos and conflict, in seasons where the harvest is plentiful, but our souls might not be ready or strong enough, or even willing for that matter, creating a shortage of laborers. Our soul muscles probably need a good training program. Perhaps we could even say that our souls have been stuck in quarantine too long, gaining extra pounds, extra weight of apathy and even fear. Now, the first step to building soul muscles is imagination. Our God's imagination stretches beyond the furthest stars of the galaxy and even deep inside the human psyche. God imagined a world in the very beginning full of willing partners to do this work of holy imagination. This is the work that Jesus, the one who became flesh and dwelt among us, who came to re-inspire all of us. This is also the same work that Sumi master Rumi talks about in his poem. His poem goes like this: out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the world lies down in the grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make sense. Jesus, like Rumi, is inviting us to that very field, the harvest, a place beyond our binary blinders that keeps our worldview limited to black and white, liberal and conservative, Christian and non-Christian, and even police and protester. The harvest is the field where we come together, suspending our positions, our political positions, our positions that pigeonhole humans in this or that, us or them, even wrong or right. This is the harvest, the field where dreams become reality, where we share in imaginative worlds of new life. But in order to suspend our preferred positions in this life, we must take a posture rather than a position, a posture of humility and openness. And what better way to get into this posture than through prayer and meditation? This is a wonderful way to posture our hearts towards God's imaginative work. It reminds me of a story I recently read about Saint Kevin, a 5th century monk from Ireland, who was inspired by taking an imaginative posture. The story goes that Saint Kevin went into a forest, and it was there that he planted himself underneath a tree, and he knelt down into a posture of prayer. Here he held out his hands, and while he prayed, a bluebird landed in his hand and laid an egg. Now I can only imagine what he was thinking at this time. What do I do with this egg? This is not what I prayed for. I should find a better home for it. I should make a nest for it. I should prepare. But instead of going to those limits, St. Kevin knelt there and held the posture, held the tension, held the egg until it hatched. I wonder what posture we need to hold in the chaos of pandemics, in the movements of protest. What posture do we need to hold, even when it's uncomfortable, long enough for something to hatch, for new life to be birthed? I wonder what worlds we can imagine and give birth to once we hold this posture of openness. Amen.